Have you ever reached out to pet your cat only for them to suddenly pull away, flatten their ears, or completely ignore you? Most of us just brush it off. We laugh and say our cat is just being moody, or maybe holding a petty grudge because their dinner was 5 minutes late. But what if that assumption is completely wrong? The truth is, cats do not experience spite or hold grudges the way humans do. If your cat is suddenly keeping their distance, it is not just a random mood swing, it is a deep survival instinct. They are likely remembering a very specific moment, a moment where you unknowingly crossed a line and completely shattered their sense of safety. Some of the things you consider completely normal daily habits are actually seen as deep betrayals in the feline world. If you want to know why your cat might be pulling away, you need to understand the hidden behaviors that a cat will never forgive. It is incredibly common for cat owners to feel frustrated when their affectionate feline suddenly turns cold, hisses, or refuses to sleep in the same bed. Because we love them so much, we tend to humanize their reactions. We assume they are just holding a temporary grudge or punishing us for a late dinner. But scientifically speaking, a cat's brain is wired differently. They rely heavily on associative memory to survive, meaning they strongly link negative experiences to the people and environments around them. If your cat is acting distant, it is not a random mood swing. It is a learned response. In this video, we are going to break down 7 specific behaviors you might be doing that your cat will never truly forgive. Based on feline behavioral research and real-life pet care experience, we will uncover how these seemingly innocent actions are quietly destroying your cat's trust. Let's start with a habit that almost every cat owner is guilty of, yet it completely confuses your cat's natural instincts. 1. Using your bare hands as toys or threats. You are relaxing on the couch and you playfully wiggle your fingers at your cat's face, or maybe you use your hands to gently wrestle with them. Suddenly, they lunge, bite down hard, and scratch you. Most owners get upset when this happens, thinking their cat is just being aggressive. However, behavioral researchers have observed that when you use your hands as toys, you are actively conditioning your cat to view human skin as prey. Conversely, if you use your hands to flick or swat at them as a joke, they learn that hands are weapons. What this truly means is that you are turning your ultimate tools of affection, your hands, into confusing, anxiety-inducing targets. Your cat will never forgive this inconsistency because it messes with their survival instincts. The advice here is simple. Never play with your cat using your bare hands. Always use a wand toy or a kicker toy, and reserve your hands exclusively for gentle petting and feeding. 2. Ignoring their stop signals during petting. Imagine you are cuddling your cat. They are purring, everything seems fine, and then out of nowhere, they give you a quick nip and run away. People often joke that cats are bipolar, but the scientific reality is quite different. Petting-induced aggression happens when a cat's hair follicles become neurologically overstimulated. Before they bite, they always give warnings: a twitching tail, skin rippling, or ears flattening back. When we ignore these subtle cues, we force them to escalate. The true meaning behind their reaction is that they feel their bodily autonomy is being completely violated. When you ignore their polite requests to stop, they lose trust in your ability to respect their boundaries. To fix this, practice the 3-second rule. Pet your cat for 3 seconds, then stop and pull your hand away slightly. If they lean in and nudge you for more, keep going. If they look away or groom themselves, respect that the session is over. If this is helping you understand your cat better, take a second to like this video and subscribe, and stay until the final sign, because it is often the one mistake owners make the most, even though it can completely destroy how safe your cat feels around you. 3. Yelling and loud punishments. Your cat accidentally knocks over a glass of water and you instinctively shout at them. They immediately scatter and hide under the sofa. Many owners believe that a loud scolding will teach the cat a lesson about right and wrong, but feline hearing is incredibly sensitive, much sharper than ours. A 2020 study on feline behavior emphasizes that shouting does not teach them not to drop glasses. It simply spikes their amygdala, triggering sheer panic and an immediate fight-or-flight response. Your cat does not link your yell to the broken glass. They link your terrifying yell directly to you. In that moment, you stop being their parent and become a predator. Once a cat views you as a source of sudden, explosive danger, that memory is very hard to erase. Instead of yelling, manage their environment. Use redirection, provide plenty of scratching posts, and simply remove fragile items from their favorite perches. 4. Punishing them for litter box accidents. Finding a mess outside the litter box is frustrating, and some people resort to yelling or, worst of all, rubbing the cat's nose in the accident. This is one of the most damaging things you can do. Veterinarians agree that around 90% of inappropriate elimination is driven by underlying medical issues, like painful urinary tract infections, or UTIs, or severe environmental stress. Sometimes it is just because the litter box is entirely too dirty for their sensitive noses. When you punish a cat for this, you are essentially attacking them for trying to communicate that they are in physical pain or deeply distressed. It is a profound betrayal of their vulnerability. Never punish a litter box accident. Instead, take a deep breath, clean the box thoroughly, and book an immediate appointment with your vet to check for hidden illnesses. 5. Sudden territorial invasion. You decide your cat needs a friend, so you bring home a new kitten or a puppy, and you drop them right in the middle of the living room to work it out. To humans, this seems like a fast way to make them friends. But cats are strictly territorial creatures. Sudden invasions skyrocket their cortisol, the stress hormone. A forced, abrupt introduction can lead to years of internal conflict, urine marking, and chronic anxiety within the home. By bringing an intruder straight into their core territory without warning, you have just turned their safe kingdom into a war zone. They will remember that you were the one who brought the threat inside. Always introduce new pets slowly. Keep them in separate rooms, allow them to smell each other under the door for several days or even weeks, and only allow visual contact when both animals are completely calm. 6. Shattering their core routine. Maybe you feed them at 7 a.m. one day and 11 a.m. the next. Perhaps you play with them for hours on the weekend, but completely ignore them for 3 straight days during the week. While humans adapt easily to changing schedules, feline psychology relies heavily on predictability to manage anxiety. Chronic inconsistency does not just make them annoying. Research shows it actually weakens their immune system and mental health due to constant low-grade stress. Your cat cannot trust an environment or a person that is completely erratic. If they never know when their next meal is coming or when they will get attention, they live in a state of perpetual insecurity. Try your absolute best to keep a consistent daily schedule for feeding, cleaning their litter box, and interactive playtime. Predictability is how a cat spells love. 7. Violating their ultimate safe space. This is the final and most critical point. Imagine your cat is terrified of a loud thunderstorm, fireworks, or a noisy guest, so they squeeze themselves under the bed or deep inside a closet. Wanting to help, you reach in and physically drag them out to comfort them. When faced with extreme stress, a cat's survival instinct tells them to find a micro-bunker, a place where nothing can reach them from behind or above. Being pulled from this bunker by force is their most terrifying nightmare. You have just stripped away their last lifeline. If their safest sanctuary can be breached by the very person they are supposed to trust, they will never fully relax around you again. Unless it is an absolute life or death emergency, like a fire or a critical vet visit, you must never drag a hiding cat out. Sit nearby, speak softly, offer a treat, but always let them come out on their own terms when they finally feel safe. Violating their safe space, yelling, and ignoring their physical boundaries are just a few ways we can unintentionally break a cat's trust. Cats do not hold grudges out of spite. They simply learn how to protect themselves from things that hurt them. Understanding your cat is not just about reading their body language. It is about deeply respecting the unique way they communicate and interact with the world. Building trust takes time, but repairing it takes even longer. Have you ever unknowingly done one of these things and noticed your cat pull away? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you learned something new about the quiet truths of feline behavior, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know how to rebuild that bond, watch the next video on the screen right now. Signs your cat has completely forgiven you. Because repairing trust is entirely possible.